Hello, Professor Alex here. I am doing a video recording as well as, some writing for this assignment. In the writing assignment, I will include a few screenshots of the landmark as well, but for now, I just want to kind of go through the level and talk it through with you as I play. So, players are initially, seen here. This kind of represents kind of the start of your work day. You get into work. It's pretty easy to get into and get started working. And then we make our way over to our first food item that we have to collect to get to lunch. It's a pretty easy stretch. This kind of symbolizes that it's, fairly easy to get to lunch. It's something like that. First thought about lunch kind of isn't that much of a bother to you yet. So the player will come over here, collect this item, and then make their way down to the vending machines, which have a very clear path up, as well as some lighting up there. Kind of a little bit hazy, but it kind of shows and kind of gives that idea that, hey, there might be something up here to collect. So then players climb up. I'm sorry, I've got to climb up this. They climb up, and it's overall fairly easy to get up to still. Like I said, this is that second part, second thought of lunch, if that kind of makes sense, where, it's still fairly easy to manage, and then, you're kind of getting ready. So they'll collect the pizza. They should have noticed from this side kind of a blocked off area, as well as another glowing object. It's a drink up there that the players gotta collect to get to lunch. So I'll hop up. This one is a little bit more challenging. It's not, anything crazy, but as you can see, you can fall through if you're not careful. So you gotta make your way back through, start back over again. It's a little bit more challenging. The more you think about lunch, the quicker you want it to get there. And so players will climb up. Got symbolism with clocks, kind of showing like, hey, time's a ticking away. Players, you want to get to lunch quickly. You're thinking about lunch. You can't wait for it to be there. So then players jump up here. They'll jump over. We got, thoughts of recreation, and then you get hit with more paperwork that you got to do before you get to lunch. And then players will come over here, collect the beverage that they need to get. They'll then make their way back down, and they'll be greeted with this path of pencils. And this is kind of that last stretch to lunch. It's challenging. It's hard to think about lunch and still get through your day to day. You're getting papers figured out. Maybe you gotta trim up some, documents, measure a few things. Time is a measurement too, which is kind of something that I was thinking about with that rule. Is that time is a measurement, and sometimes time is important. And then we kind of make our way over. As you can see, we got more recreation. And this level, this section here gets a little bit difficult. It's a little bit tricky to land on the ball, land on the balls. And then mini pool table. I can get more symbolism for relaxation, recreation, and all that. And then as you finally get to lunch, it's a pretty quick breeze. You're kind of sitting there thinking, man, this wasn't that hard to get to, and let's complete our way through. And then they'll have their lunch here at the table. Anyways, that's kind of the level in its design currently. Let me know your thoughts, ways to possibly improve. Like I said, I'm still working out this level, but I like the playstyle. I might make some of this a little bit more difficult towards the end. I'm not entirely certain yet. Like I said, I just don't want to make it so difficult that it's unplayable or not fun to play. So anyways, let me know your thoughts. I think it's shaping up quite nicely. Let me know.